Hello, and welcome to another Elevated Marketing Chat. My name's Jennifer Denny. I am the owner of Elevated Marketing Solutions. We are a digital marketing agency based in Indianapolis, but we do handle clients all over. We help you solve your digital marketing problems, but we always start with a strategy. So that is today's topic. We are talking about what is a digital marketing strategy. So before we get started, say hello if you're here. If you have questions, comments, concerns, we're here to help. That's why we do this Elevated Marketing Chat every month, just to kind of talk about different subjects and talk about them out loud. I know we do several other outlets as well. So, if you'd like to listen to our podcast, we're elevatedmarketing.podcast. I also do a weekly live event with Lorraine Ball on Fridays called the Small Business Chat. So we're always out here trying to chat and talk about different subjects. And this subject, I feel like, gets skipped over a lot. It seems like a tactic, or I don't want to say tactic, but it seems like something that would go hand in hand. Like, let's talk about the strategy. Let's talk about like why we're going to do this. But often what gets started in the conversation with digital marketing are the tactics. People want to start with the tactics and the methods that we're going to use without starting with the strategy as to why we would use different tactics and methods. And that just might be because that's what you're familiar with. You've heard of Google ads, you've heard of Facebook ads, and people talk about it. And so you're just like, okay, yeah, I definitely need to do that. And it might not be what you need to start with. And so that's why you have to start with a strategy. I know business owners are super busy, and it's really easy to buy what I would call a package of marketing. And with a package of marketing, you're going to get this, and that. And that's easy. But unfortunately, it might not solve your particular problem that you're having with your online marketing. And that's where a strategy comes in to be able to pick certain type of methods and tactics that are going to work for what your problem is. These packages are designed to make digital marketing easy to buy, to scale, to have large marketing agencies. If it's easy for you to buy and understand, then you're more likely to buy. Now, my goal is not to complicate it, not to you. My goal is to simplify it. But if you're being sold a package before somebody has even taken a look at your data in your specific situation, you got to run because they're just trying to sell you. How do they know what you need without starting first with an analysis and then moving to a strategy? And we fully kind of explain our entire process on our website at elevatedmarketing.solutions. So let's start and kind of go through that. I've already said it, but just to define a tactic or a method of digital marketing, we're talking about SEO, content marketing, social ads, native ads, Google ads, remarketing, email marketing, organic social media. These are all online marketing methods or tactics that you could choose. When it comes to those, different tactics, they actually need to be revised with a strategy every month. And you might be like, whoa, like I have to write a new strategy every month? No, because your data is coming in and telling you whether or not your strategy that you chose was the correct one or the incorrect one. And so you have to constantly be moving, especially in this world of where algorithms are constantly changing, the environment is changing, and it moves very quickly. But your data, triangulated data using multiple sources, will actually tell you what to do. And I mean you if you're doing a DIY. If not, your marketing agency should definitely know that. And they should be reviewing it with you on a monthly basis of this is what is working, this is what is not, and this is what we're doing to improve it. So, if that's not happening, I feel an injustice. Is it difficult? Is it hard? Yes, but it's the right thing to do with as easy as things are going. There should be no automated digital marketing reports coming out. If it's automated, you might not understand what you're looking at. They need to understand what they're looking at, and you need to feel comfortable that they understand what they're looking at and that they're looking at your business and your business needs and what you need. As you can tell, I get pretty passionate about this subject. So, because there's a funnel to people purchasing with you, whether or not you recognize it or not. And we've talked about this before, but people need to identify, and people, I mean your marketing agency or yourself, what part of that is not working and what are you going to do about it. You can come up with the best strategy in the world, and people that have been doing it a while, say, our agency, 15 years, not the agency itself, but been doing digital marketing, it's a lot easier for us to come up with a strategy that we feel will work because we've done it before. But is that repeatable across every business? No. Even in the same industry, it is not repeatable because of where you're at in your journey and what you need specifically, which is why you can't just buy a package. Digital marketing is complex. So, I mentioned it earlier, and it starts with an analysis, and this is something that is done every 6 months. So again, a tactic, a method is what is the type of marketing. A strategy is which one of those you are going to choose. And an analysis is a deep dive into what all do we have right now. And it might happen more quickly than 6 months because new channels open up. New digital marketing opens up, new tactics. Look what happened with TikTok. It came out of, I don't want to say nowhere, but things just completely shifted there. And so we had to kind of change, different strategies with some people. A strategy is similar to an analysis, but the difference is an analysis discovers all that you have, and a strategy determines what is the lowest hanging fruit. So how do you know what the lowest hanging fruit is? Identifying the problem. We've kind of talked about that. And we start asking questions, and we start looking at your data to determine that. We start with, are you even getting enough traffic? And there's all kinds of sub-questions that come off of that. Are you getting traffic, but it's not converting? Are you not getting the phone call, the form fill, the e-commerce? Why are you not getting it? And where along that line is there a fault that needs to be fixed? And what is the specific tactic that is going to fix that fault? That's where you start at. If you have traffic to the website, that can kind of splinter into subtopics. What marketing channels are driving traffic? What marketing channels do I have that I can get to my target audience? What is the funnel of how you bring somebody through to your path of purchase? Who is getting to my website right now? What are their demographics and interests? maybe I have the wrong people getting to my website. I have lots of traffic, but it's not who I want to sell. And so then I go back to these tactics and these methods to determine which of these I want to get in front of. What type of marketing am I doing? Am I just doing top of funnel where I'm just making people aware that I exist? Or am I going all the way down to remarketing where I'm following up with people that have been to my website before? We've talked about in other, topics that the average website converts at 2%, 2.5. That's a lot of things that you're leaving on the table that you have to have this consistent marketing and follow-up. And this is nothing new. We have to go back to Sales 101 when we were out knocking doors, and I realize some people are still out knocking doors, and I'm not knocking doors. But it takes several times of people becoming familiar with you and comfortable with you to move to that next step. I know it's the internet, but it doesn't just happen just like that somebody gets there and says, yeah, I'm going to fill out this form, or, it can. Emergency situations like plumbers, or, like my heating and air is out, like they can come in and they, but they're more likely to make that decision to go with you if they have heard from family and friends, they have, all this other type of marketing that is going to make you the obvious choice. Okay, I went all over the place with that question, but, who are your competitors? There's people you think are your competitors, but there's also people you compete with online. There's people you compete with offline. And so you got to kind of combine all that. What are they doing with their marketing? Is it working for them? That's my reminder. I need to go do something else. But there are lots of, competitors out there. You need to understand what they're doing, and your marketing agency should understand that, to see if it's what's working, not to copy, but to mold into something that is going to be useful for you. How large is my target marketing? What digital marketing tactics am I missing? I know you want to get to just the tactics because that's what you've heard of, or the methods, and it really simplifies digital marketing. And, once we kind of have a discussion and we chat about where you're at, then we get into your data and we start going through that digital marketing analysis. Out of that becomes a strategy. Then we implement that strategy, and then every month we're reviewing that strategy with the data to see that it is working. But then every 6 months we're going to have to go back and do an analysis again, full deep dive, just to make sure that the strategy is on par, that we're kind of working towards. It's the end of the year. It's November. And so you might be thinking about, a new digital marketing agency, or you might be thinking about, whether or not you're doing it right. It is just like your business. It doesn't happen overnight, but you got to think that through and have a plan. So we have all of this on our website, elevatedmarketing.solutions/what is a digital marketing strategy. As usual, you can follow, like, subscribe. We are all over on multiple channels and multiple forums. Even if you can't make to this live, then, you can go to our website and sign up for our newsletter and get the information there as well. So next time, I can't believe I'm already saying December 8th. It happens so quick, and everybody will say that. At 1 o'clock, we're going to talk about what are all the types of content marketing. You might have heard about content marketing, but there are actually several different types, and we absorb that information in different ways. Give you a little hints. Think audio, think written, there's several different ways. Think video, we're on video. and everybody likes to absorb their information differently. So we're going to talk about all those different types of content marketing, when and where to use them, and that is on December 8th at 1 o'clock. All right, take care and have a fabulous day.